It started with a song I wasn't supposed to hear. My name is Ivy. I'd stopped by the old vinyl market on Sunday, not for anything special, just to listen. The stalls were crowded with boxes of dusty records, the air thick with the smell of rain and paper. A street musician played something soft nearby, his notes echoing between brick walls. I was flipping through a crate marked Summer Mix 80s when I heard her humming. Not loud, just enough to make the music around her bend. She stood a few steps away, short dark hair, yellow headphones around her neck, denim jacket with a hand-drawn sun on the sleeve. She looked like the kind of person who names her plants. "You like that one?" she asked, nodding at the record in my hands. "I don't know yet," I said. "It's more about the cover." "Then you're definitely one of us," she smiled. Her voice carried warmth, that rare kind you can almost touch. She came closer, running her fingers over the edges of the vinyl sleeves. "My dad used to sell here," she said. "I still come to see what survived the decades." I grinned. "And what did?" "Mostly regrets and Fleetwood Mac." We both laughed. Rain began again, tapping on the canvas roof, soft and slow. She held it out with her palm, catching drops, looking up like it was something worth memorizing. Then she looked at me. "You've got that face," she said. "What face?" "The one people make when they're about to fall in love with a song." It wasn't the line. It was the way she said it, honest and amused, like she wasn't trying to impress anyone. I wanted to ask her name, but the vendor interrupted, shouting something about closing early. She tucked her headphones into her pocket and started to leave. "Hey," I said before I could think. "You coming back next week?" She smiled over her shoulder. "Only if it rains." And just like that, she was gone, swallowed by the street noise and wet air. The market closed, but the melody stayed, humming somewhere behind my ribs. The next Sunday came with gray skies and the promise of rain. I went back to the vinyl market pretending it was for the music, but really, I was waiting for her. The same stalls, the same smell of dust and rhythm. And there she was, leaning against a lamppost, holding a coffee in one hand, her yellow headphones now resting around her neck like a familiar secret. "You came?" she said, smiling. "It's raining," I answered. "I keep promises." She laughed, the sound soft and easy. "Then I guess I owe you a name," she said. "I'm Tessa." "Ivy?" "Like the plant," she grinned, "climbs on everything." "And never lets go," I said. We wandered between the record stands, the world muted by the drizzle. She picked up albums and told me stories about the songs her mom used to play while cooking, the first concert she ever sneaked into, how every vinyl crackle reminded her of thunder. I listened, half to her words, half to her voice. "Music's funny," she said, flipping through covers. "It remembers people longer than we do." "Maybe that's why we keep listening," I said. We ended up under a narrow awning, watching the rain grow heavier. The street shimmered, lights bleeding into puddles. Tessa took out one earbud and offered it to me. "Here, you need to hear this one." The song was slow, a love ballad, older than both of us, voices soft and broken. Our shoulders brushed, neither of us moved. Raindrops slipped from her hair onto my sleeve. "Beautiful," I whispered. She nodded. "Told you vinyls never lie." When the track ended, she didn't take the earbud back. We just stood there, sharing the silence that came after, heavier and truer than the song. Finally, she spoke. "If I give you a mixtape, will you actually listen to it?" "Only if you write your name on it twice," I said. She laughed again, that bright, impossible sound. The rain softened. The clouds broke just enough to let a slice of light through. She stepped out, skateboard tucked under her arm, water splashing around her sneakers. "Next Sunday," she said, "even if it doesn't rain." I watched her roll away, the melody from her headphones fading into the city noise. In her absence, the street looked the same, yet everything had shifted a few notes higher. Maybe love doesn't begin with words. Maybe it starts with a song that someone else hums, and the feeling that, for once, you're perfectly in tune.